Hey y'all, I had fun last time I did a pull it together where you actually saw me kind of filtering things out and doing it live. So I want to do that again. Now I have whittled this down from the total amount that I started with, but here are my thoughts. All right, I'm going to shift this down so you can watch it better. All right, this fabric is where I'm starting with everything. So you've got blues, greens, and just a little titch of gold, yellow. We're just gonna call it yellow. So we're starting there. This is just a hypothetical space. So if you love this, I would love to do it for you. So in my hypothetical living room, these would be drapes. Beautiful, I love it. This is pulling together everything in the space. Then I've got to think about upholstery. So in this hypothetical room, we've got a sofa and a few chairs. So for the sofa or the sofa, so either of these is what I'm thinking of, but it could be sofa and chairs, chairs and sofa, whichever way. And then if you're not feeling too daring, this is a great fabric too. Both of these are performance fabrics, so they're great for families. So I'll just keep that there, but I love color, so this is what I'm thinking mainly. And then for this piece, we're just gonna pretend that is the chair for now. I have two fabrics. This one has always been one of my absolute favorites. So it's really soft, it's linen, you've got the Greek key, but then you have some botanicals along the side. Absolutely adore that. Also love this smaller print. So I think either of those would work there. To pull in this gold yellowy color, because as I've said before, I like designing in 3 colors. So the yellow would just be my pop. So this would be a pillow, we'll say on this, but again, everything is interchangeable. And then I like doing just a solid that I'll do a trim on. So solid blue. What I'm envisioning is solid blue pillow with this tape trim on it. And you can see it's got that kind of gold and then some ivory in it. That, and then for either of those pillows, I love this little pleated trim. So that would go so cute. Right there. And then there are a few cords that I'm thinking of for this pillow. This one has that camel, yellow, green mixed in, twisted together. So kind of like that, or same thing, different colorway, but with blues, that, or just a green. I have no idea right now which one I prefer. And like I said, if you're not super daring, you don't like a bold color sofa, that ivory fits just right in there. And then I have some families of fabrics that I still love. I think this boucle would be a pretty little ottoman. Oh, here it is. Shears. Are not your grandmother's shears anymore, and I love this one. The stripe runs horizontal, and so it's ivory with that little green. That would be super pretty if you need privacy but don't want to keep your drapes shut all the time. So this is my whole little blue, green. It's a traditional look, but I've said before, I love mixing more contemporary lighting with a traditional look, so I think that would be great here. Let me know your thoughts. Oh, I also I found this rug, which, oh my God, it could not coordinate better with that. So thanks so much for having fun and playing with fabrics with me.